From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engine, this is Pit Pass.
Pit Pass is brought to you by Jake's Karts and by Buttonwood Campground. Here's your host, Ron Fox.
Hello and welcome to week 9 of Pit Pass. Last week I previewed some extra distance races to be held this past weekend. However, after the show aired, it was announced that the USAR Pro Cup Series race at Lake Erie Speedway had been canceled. On Friday night, Lernerville Speedway ran their Firecracker 100 with Shane Clanton picking up the win and $30,000 for his efforts. Also on Friday night, Motordrome Speedway ran their Steel City 100 for super late models. A full moon shone over Motordrome Speedway on Friday night. Would that be a harbinger of things to come? We'll see. Little Haley Brunson was the honorary starter of the 100 lapper for the super late models. Gary Wiltrout qualified second, but pulled the #1 starting position and would lead the early laps. On lap 3, the 96 of Mark Poole takes away the second spot from Barry Audi. Just behind them, Neil Brown is running fourth in a Benz Motorsports team car to Tommy Beck. By lap 7, Brown has moved to third, while the 31 of Mark Catone gets by Audi for fourth. Also gaining on the pack is the #1 of Steve Black, who won his first super late model feature last week. On lap 10, Poole dives under Wiltrout to take over first place. The caution comes out on lap 13 for a spin by Dave Wiltsey. By lap 16, fast qualifier Bobby Henry has moved from his 10th starting position to take 6th away from Audi as the 75 continues to fall back through the field. Meanwhile, Henry's teammate Wiltrout still holds the third spot, with Neil Brown giving chase. By lap 29, Catone has pulled even with Poole. They would race side by side for a lap before Catone takes sole possession of first. On lap 50, the caution comes out and Rick Miller parks the #18 Hemphill machine for the evening. Tommy Beck's crew makes adjustments to the left front, and Audi's crew looks for ways to make the car faster, while Black also comes in for service. One lap after the restart, Brown edges by Poole for second. Teammates Henry and Wiltrout are fourth and fifth. On lap 57, Brown appears to slip a little off of turn 2, allowing Henry to take the runner-up spot. For the remainder of the race, Henry tried to run down Catone, but after 100 laps, it's Mark Catone the winner of the Steel City 100. Congratulations, Mark, on the win. Now, I'm kind of surprised you don't remember if you won a 100-lapper over here or not. You've raced that long.
Yeah, it's hard to remember. I think we have, but it's been a while on the 100 lappers here. I know we got a bunch of them up at Jennerstown, and tell you what, crew did a super good job. Got to thank the Lasky family for keeping the track going, and thank the fans and all the people that support us and help us, and you know, just can't thank everybody enough. It's really glad to have the help.
I know from a fan standpoint, it's kind of fun having the pill draw, because sometimes the faster guys get sent to the back and have to work their way through like you did. Tell me about getting up there to the pack.
Well, what was nice, we made some adjustments on the car, and it seemed like everything we did really worked good, and the car was consistent, and we was able to bide our time and work our way through the traffic. And tell you what, the drivers did a really good job on the start of the race, and everybody gave everybody room, and that's what makes a big difference too, because it's a long race, and you know, in order to finish first you must finish, and you got to be there at the end. So that's pretty important, and that's what we like to do, and just wait our time and be patient and be there at the end.
I spoke with you earlier in the season. You weren't even sure if you're going to run full time. Maybe just spot starts here and there. What changed your mind?
Well, we've so far we've been pretty good and lucky and consistent, and that's the key. And stay out of trouble and finish all the time. So that's most important for us. And there's nights when, hey, you got a 5th place car or 10th place car, whatever it might be. Just keep it in one piece and keep the fenders on it, and that's our goal every week. And it's been working pretty good. And got to thank Baker Race Cars and Mama Papina's and Auto Express Transportation and MC Quality Cars and K-Site Automotive Products, Mama Papina's, all the help and all the support. Without all the people and the crew and everybody, mom, dad, family, friends, just really appreciate all the help and the support.
You've been in this game for quite some time, running the asphalt between Jennerstown here and Motordrome, and you got some, I guess, familiarity with these guys that you race with. I mean, this, year after year, it's the same guy, so there has to be a comfort zone there.
It is. The guys do a super job. They're real competitive. Our competition, you know, again, in the past with all the drivers we've had in our region, you know, they've competed for the local deal, the regional deal, and the national deal, and you know, all the competitors do a super good job, and we really like racing with them, so it's a lot of fun, and you know, they do a great job. And our competition, I'd put it up against anybody in the country. That's how good they are, no doubt about it.
I also caught up with second place finisher Bobby Henry.
Bobby came up just a little bit short, but had they started the way they qualified, you would have been right up front. Maybe you wouldn't have finished second, maybe you've been first.
Well, that's something we can never know now, but they can do a pill draw here, and I'm never good at that, that's for sure. Pulled a 10 and had fast time, but it worked out all right. I mean, I was a good car, but Mark was he's always tough, and I think he might have been playing with me even a little bit at that, but we were there for second. That's a good run.
You and Gary seemed you both hit on something really strong there, both fast and qualifying.
Yeah, we've been good, you know, on short runs. I mean, both of us have had good cars for the first half of a regular 50-lap race here, and then the second 25 laps of those 50, we're just terrible. And we're slowly getting better each week, and hopefully we can get a couple wins here before the year's up.
I spoke with Mark earlier about you guys like yourself and Mark and Rick Miller and Barry Audi, you've raced against each other for so many years. It must be nice to have that familiarity, that comfort zone to trust the guys that you're running side by side with.
Absolutely. All these guys here are professionals, and like you said, we've been together for, man, we're talking 15, 20 years now, and everybody knows one another. We're all friends, and like you said, it makes it a lot easier if you can trust a guy when you're beside him and all that. And all these guys are professionals, and I enjoy racing with them.
Neil Brown held on to third, pole sitter Gary Wilchot was fourth, and Steve Black charged back up to fifth. It was nice to catch some asphalt racing for a change of pace. Coming up, we'll take a look at some special events for this upcoming holiday weekend. Also, some highlights from Saturday's action at Heston Speedway, as well as more racing from Motordrome. Pit Pass returns after this.